And welcome back, everybody, to yet another NNSCRA All-Star Race Weekend interview. Today we're interviewing Charles Jackson, who is a driver in all three series, Trucks, Mobile, and Snickers. And Charles, you come in to this race weekend already locked into the Mobile One Cup Series All-Star Race with your win in Atlanta, but you got to race your way in to the All-Star Race in Trucks and Snickers. Now, I'm remembering back to a time during All-Star Race Weekend when there were two open races you ended up qualifying your way into the All-Star race with. I think that was back in Season 3. Do you think you can work that same magic and get yourselves into Truck and Snickers Cup Series All-Star race by a finishing position this season?
Yeah, I believe I can because it is M&M's, and that place is very dangerous and crazy, as we know. And I think anything could happen. And by a Christmas miracle from Dylan, I think I can make it in.
Well, as far as the Mobile One Cup Series goes, you're already in that All-Star race, but your win came at Atlanta. What do you think? You end up winning at a speedway. How about a super speedway? Can you, knowing that's the one All-Star race you're already locked into, you think you can take the win there?
Yeah, I really do think I could take the win there. It's just about finding partners. And when you find the right partner that could get you up to the front, anything can happen.
Well, you talk about partners. I remember back when this season began, I ended up having a preseason interview with you, and we were discussing how you are the veteran of the Joe Gibbs Racing drivers in the Snickers Cup Series with rookie drivers Hayden Klein and White Devotas as your teammates. Obviously, you're going to be probably looking for them, I would think, during the open races. Neither one of them have qualified their way into the All-Star race either. What's the strategy you've gone over with your two teammates concerning the open race?
Well, I just told them to, just stay in the back. Don't go to the front, because if you go in the front too early, you may have something happen and get taken out real fast. And if my teammates get taken out, I don't know who to rely on.
Well, as far as Joe Gibbs Racing goes, so far, you've had some pretty good runs in the 20. Hayden Klein is up there right now battling with James Silverfox and John Cittadino for the rookie points lead, and Whitus Avotas is obviously trying to get his season started as he's been pretty much mired down at the bottom of the standings for a majority of the season. But after this All-Star race, or even starting with this All-Star race weekend, and then moving on to the second half of the season, are we going to see bigger and better things come out of Joe Gibbs Racing and see a more dominant Toyota team in the second half of the regular season?
I really hope so, because we've just been having some hard luck here in the first 13 races, I believe. We just need to sit down and talk about what we need to work on. You know, when we talk about when we talk about the improvements that we have made through those races, it will come through the next races. And oh man, I messed up. But we will have to make some improvements. But with those improvements, I hope that we will have some wins and be in chase contention.
I'm going to ask you a question that I haven't asked anybody in previous interviews based on the fact that this is your fifth season in the Snickers Cup Series, whether you've been under the name of Charles Jackson or Jack Richards. But when do you start thinking about the chase? I mean, I know it's still early on to be talking about that, but as a driver and as a veteran driver, when do you start thinking about that? Do you think of it back at Daytona? Is this the point when you start thinking about it, or do you not think about it until way later on in the season?
I think you always have to think about it, because there's many drivers that are, maybe better than you, and you have to try to get on their level real fast and win races, because if you don't win races, there's no way you're going to make the chase.
Okay, we've talked about Snickers, we talked about Mobile. Let's just quickly talk about how your season is going in the Truck Series. I think the big thing I've noticed is a trend of you being able to really qualify well in races. I think there have been very few races where you haven't started inside the top 10, but the finishing result hasn't quite matched up. Is there a correlation between the fact that you're qualifying well and not finishing well, or is it just the way that these wrecks have happened and just the way that luck hasn't gone in your favor in many races.
I would say that it's pretty much the wrecks and the luck had not gone in my favor because I mean we've been up there, we've been racing hard with the best of the best up there. It's just when the wrecks happen, I mean, there's no room, nowhere to go. We just get somehow caught up in it.
Okay, well, we know that you're going to be in the Mobil Cup Series All-Star race. Trucks and Snickers, you're going to have to either race your way in or get in on the fan vote, and the fan voting is still going on and everything. So with this opportunity, is there anything you'd want to say to the people out there voting as far as in case you don't end up racing your way into one of the two All-Star races?
Yeah. Vote for me, kids. A lot of duh will be in the All Star race if you vote for me. So yeah.
All right, we've been talking with Charles Jackson, who will be attempting to make Oreo and Truck Series All-Star races. He's already locked into the Mobile Cup Series. We have a lot more interviews to come here during the NSCRA All-Star Race weekend, so be sure to keep it here on the NSCRA Sports Channel.